Hey folks, Neil Beasley here. Some juicy storylines in Texas high school basketball this week. Let's get you warmed up. Hey, it's a big week for district races. Let's look at some of the key matchups in the lineup. Interesting matchup in Houston ISD this weekend as Bel Air is finally at full strength and he'll take on Lamar for first place in 18-6A. The Cardinals had 9 varsity players suspended for 3 games due to rules violations. Strong decision by head coach Bruce Glover because by standing ground on his disciplinary action, that caused Bel Air to play many JV players and drop out of first place. But with Duke commit Shelton Henderson and the other 8 players back for Friday night's game at Butler, the Cardinals have a chance to right that ship. Lamar has already lost twice to Bel Air, but one was by 8 points and the other was in overtime. Should be quite the battle for sole possession of first place on Friday night. Cy Falls aims to keep pace with Cy Creek for first place in 17-6A as they'll take on Cy Fair this Friday. The Golden Eagles are up to their usual tricks, which is clutch baskets and stingy defense. Their D has only allowed 42 points or less in their last 8 games, as Richard Flores' team likes to keep the scoring low. J.D. Humphreys is a 3-point marksman for Cy Falls, so if you think they'll drain the clock, watch out for the quick 3-ball. As for Cy Fair, the Bobcats are in 3rd place, a game behind Falls and Creek, and Cy Fair lost their previous meeting to the Eagles 40-39, so if they can generate just a little more offense, they'll be in good shape. Kendarius Johnson is the Bobcats' go-to man, and he'll be leaned on heavily for a win. College Park had a busy 2 games and 2 night stretch last week. They beat first place Grand Oaks, but that win was canceled out when they lost to 3rd place Willis the next night. Nevertheless, the Cavs have solidified another 20-win season, and are doing it behind the backcourt duo of Aiden Buckman and Ian Inman. Buckman and Inman both averaging around 20 points a game, so defenses need to pick their poison when it comes to defending these boys. It'll be a tough ask for College Park to win district, but they're a solid playoff team and a kind of team you don't want to see in the postseason.
The warm-up is brought to you by the Houston area Chevy dealers. Come in and test the all-new Silverado today. And by DQ for treats and eats before and after the game. Also by Parker University. Check out our bachelor's degree in strength and human performance today.
We caught up to a big-time athlete from the Houston area in this week's Recruiting Trail.
Nigel, mostly kind of that family environment and a coach that knows how to use a modern-day big man, kind of knowing how he's going to use me because I'm not going to be able to post up them 7'2", 50 guys, but being able to come off screens, both with the ball and off, and be able to shoot that thing is probably the best thing for me. Just kind of, like I said, just kind of being almost like a wings big hybrid, just kind of be able to play both sides on the ball, being able to defend all sides as well. On the court, I think I'm a hard-working guy, just kind of get it through the mud, just going to go get for rebounds, but on the offensive end, I'm kind of more stylish, kind of quick finish through, kind of weave through, a couple people, hit some jump shots, and hit a lot of spins. It's my favorite thing to do. Off the court, I'll probably just say, just kind of chill. I don't really try to do too much outside of the court. Just try to live my life one day at a time. Just all through God, He's gonna have the right plan for me. Y'all got a winner, and that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to go win everywhere, every tournament, everything. ACC, it was what I'm trying to win, and the national championship is the ultimate goal. So it's what I'm really trying to do is just win. I'm trying to accomplish just winning state is the main thing for us. It's the main goal is just winning state, and being a back-to-back champion, and just making sure we get that done before I graduate. I want to leave a legacy of being the best player at St.Francis. I just know I am that right now. I just want to leave that legacy for many years to come until the next person who's even better than me, so they can strive to be that. I want them to look up to someone that can be better than, I'll say, oh, that guy went here. I want to be better than that guy. I want to put a high standard so they're even better than me and they can do better than me.
The warm-up is brought to you by the Houston area Chevy dealers. Come in and test drive the all-new Silverado today. And by Randall's, fresh foods, local flavors. Also by the UPS Store, be unstoppable.
Our Ward for Sold caught up to Alief Taylor girls head coach Brandy Jones. Find out more about her Lady Lions and the dominance of senior Natalia Gray in the Hype.
All right, it's the Hype, and we are joined with Brandy Jones, head coach at Alief Taylor. And Coach Jones, you got this team rolling, top 20 squad. It's another team in the Houston area that I feel like is under the radar. So we're going to do our best to push it up over the radar, or at least at radar level, because you guys are playing really good basketball. Obviously, it starts with Natalia Gray, but tell me what has made this team so successful this year and maybe the past several years that we haven't really talked about.
We're off to a really good start. We're rolling this year. And then we've been surprising a lot of people. But in actuality, we're not surprised because we knew what we had returning and we knew what we're capable of and all the talent we have on the team, along with Natalia Gray. We have a lot of other great players on the team, that adds to it. So we've just been focused and locked in. And our team motto this year was on the hunt. All right. Because we already knew, what we could do. So our mission was just to hunt down each team game by game, whoever's in front of us. And we just pride ourselves on defense. Our offense can get rolling at times too, but, our main focus is to play great defense. Be relentless on defense. Have a lot of defensive-minded players. So we're locked in on that, and we're just taking it, game by game. And we got our mind on the prize, and that's state.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And we'll get into that in a second. But it's kind of an interesting road because a lot of people would think, we're not getting respected. I need to get my respect one way or the other. But, man, listening to you talk, it's kind of like a deal like, all right, keep us under the radar. That's fine. We'll keep sneaking up on teams because it feels like when the playoffs start, they're like, you'll see teams say, okay, we got the Lions, but who do we got next? And then you're sitting there telling me you ain't got nobody next because that's the end of the line for you. Do you kind of like being the team that's kind of under the radar?
Yeah, and I would say over the last several years, we've made the playoffs. We made the playoffs 6 years in a row, right. So I feel like we're not sneaking up on people. We're getting a little bit of respect, but not the respect that I feel like we deserve, So that's kind of like a chip on our shoulder and motivation. We started looking at the rankings, which we never, really did before. We ranked and, we're looking at teams that's above us and we're like, okay, we're looking at that and just taking a note. But every day we're just coming in, focused on what we're doing and how we want to play. And then just taking it one game at a time. And we feel like we put our best out there on the court, then eventually we'll get that respect that, that we deserve. So, again, we're just trying to stay locked in. We hear the noise,
right.
And it's great to be appreciated and be recognized for the work that we're putting in and how we're playing, but in the end, our goal is to, get far and go to state. So we're trying to stay focused on what we're trying to do and not get complacent and not be satisfied.
I can't let you go unless we have you say a few words about Natalia. It's just amazing to have somebody that you can count on to get a bucket anywhere on the court, outside, inside. We were at a game earlier, and I think she scored from every single spot on the floor. It's like she was playing around the world and all over the place. What's it like having somebody that you can rely on like that to get you 20, 25 a game?
I mean, it's a blessing. It's truly a blessing as a coach. And, I felt that way since the day as a freshman, the first day she stepped on our campus, She continues to elevate her game. And like you said, she's developed over the years. When she first came here, she was an inside player and she's developed her perimeter game. And she's just a walking bucket. She can score from anywhere on the floor. Sometimes it might not even be pretty, but she finds a way to put the ball in the hole. So just having somebody like that you can rely on every night, she's having a monster season, from points to rebounds to doubles to assists, she's just all over the place. So just having that, is a blessing. It's huge for us. It's huge for us. And then on top of that, we have a lot of other good players that adds to that, that are good. So now they can't just key in on Natalia like in the past. They can't just double team her in boxing. We've seen all kind of defenses, all defensive schemes. We've seen it. And over the years, it's prepared us, for now, so we've seen it all. So we're not surprised by anything they try to throw at us, any way they try to guard Natalia. But it's still hard to guard her. So she's
Right.
just, she's just amazing.
Man, it's been fun to watch. I'm looking forward to seeing how this thing plays out the rest of the season. Coach, I appreciate you joining us, and thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate you as well.
Hey, that'll do it for today's show. Thanks for joining us. There's some great hoops all over the greater Houston area this Friday, so if you can, go check out a game.